sometimes I wonder why God don't want me to say nothing. And I feel like sometimes I'm being stagnated. But I'm just walking down the street. I'm lunch, and of course there's going to be mad noise because I'm talking. Airplanes, all kinds of stuff because I'm talking. But I was just walking down the street thinking to myself how a lot of people are talking right now. I was watching like this series of groups of people doing quote unquote readings. And it could fit anyone. These readings can fit anyone. Like even for me, I was just like, And anything can be conjured up in the mind about a person, place, or thing. If psychology says if the words are a certain string of words are put together, it can fit anyone. It's like the horoscopes. Look it up, it can fit anybody. Those particulars, that message for me, a lot of times when I'm talking to people, the message is actually for me. It's just really a reflection on the environment, people, places, and things, and me having to express myself. The message is actually for me. It's just that those people, places, and things happen to be open and approachable to what it is that I had to say, right? Or they had enough patience to listen or be in that placement, that frequency with me. But a lot of the messages that we're giving other people, it really pertains to ourselves. You see, even on social media, where people are like, they start these podcasts or whatever, they just come on videos and they talk real negative about people. A lot of times that's because that's what they're going through. And so easily we can all be impressed by or susceptible by other people's issues and standards and mores. So I think a lot of times what I was saying, why God didn't want me to talk, is because I was going through my spirited awakening, my 3 days and 3 nights of darkness, my death and my rebirth. And in that, it was a lot of pain. And I remember writing, of course there's noise, because I'm talking. Of course. Horn beeping, trains going, because I'm talking. But I remember going through, like writing, when I was writing on paper, all of my pain, and it's just like so angry. And I just couldn't, I was like, where's that coming from? That's not me. That's not me. And in essence, that is like, that's a self within us that held all of that strife and all of that pain. And so if we don't get by ourselves, and we call this isolation period or the death period, we get by ourselves to go through this, because that's what the ancestors, for those of you who deal in ancestry, those with the ancestors, for Yahshua, for those of you who deal with Yahshua's frequency, and all these other types of frequencies, God frequencies, that's what they're for, to help you walk through and go through your darkness so that you can come out of that at a better, better space and time and light. But if basically I was kept quiet a lot because I was going through my stuff, and my stuff can easily be impressed on the environment, right? And when I say my stuff, I'm speaking from a collective, because it's all of us been through something. Even those people who say they've never been through stuff, when they are talking to us, a lot of times their stuff is condescending. They may seem like, oh, I have this, I have materialism, I have money, I'm in a great space. But listen to the tone and the frequency they're coming from, like, oh, you all don't have it. So even the person that seems like they're not going through something is going through something, because when we don't see them and they're hidden from our eyes, they go through stuff. Or sometimes it's such a shame, because some people, all they have is money. Some people. So even those who have, it seemingly they can pay their bills and that everything is up and right and righteous for them in that area, they may mentally be broken. They may emotionally be broken. They may spiritually be broken. Excuse me. Or defunct. But for the rest of us, who actually have gone through darknesses or hells and stuff, we just have to be mindful, because then we're impressing on other people. Like, we set up these podcasts and these videos and all these things, and we make ourselves leaders of different communities, and then we tell people, don't do something, don't do something, don't do something, or we tell people how horrible some person, place, or thing was. And we really do have to be mindful of that. I'm not telling you who or who not to listen to or whatever it is that you do, but that is something that I recognize just walking in this pure sun, because today the sun is pure. It's must have changed the light bulbs, but they walking in this pure sun, and just like it reverberated on me that, you know, because it's been a question on my mind, like, dang, why I can't get on the videos and they be okay, and you know, and folks like them, and I don't have to get like flagged, and I get flagged and all kinds of stuff taken down, page closed and all that. I'm like, dang, I could barely get up 10 videos. So my question isn't always like, was, since that happened to God, was like, why can't I speak? Why am I being held from speaking? You know, and it's basically that. It's like, you got stuff going on, and I'm gonna need you to work through that, because your stuff is very strong, and you can really shake and make people's minds and hearts and souls. You're a spirit, so you got to be mindful of what you impress on the environment, and the ideas that I have for you and the life that I have for you is different from what you want to give people. You've got to go through your healing, and you've got to go through a certain level before I allow you to speak, before I allow you to put something out there. I've written over 50 something odd books, and you know, now I'm in a space where I'm getting ready to publish them in mass, you know, so they're pushed out there. They're going to be pushing out there, and that's where the message is at. I've always had the gift of scribe, so I'm coming to terms with the fact that is, okay, fine, I can't speak, let me write about it. And the writing comes through from a more knowledgeable mind, more conscious mind, more spirited mind, and where I have patience and time and advice and sharing and being transparent. So in essence, I do kind of like the fact that I can write my spirited journey and people relate to it. That's how most people get their hands on my book, is because they're going through something that I might have been through, and I'm like, you know, I have this book here, if you don't mind. And I usually will start off by reading them something from it, and they can relate then. I really try not to just hand people books and be like, hey, buy my book. But I definitely do gift people certain things. And but I do have a store. I do have a bookstore. And someone, like this millionaire guy, invested in my book development, my author development. So, I mean, it's a blessing. So, for God to send somebody to say, well, I'm going to invest in you because I believe in your word, and you're very quiet and you should speak more. But then you read something, you're like, oh, well, I like what you wrote. So nice. Ooh, I feel my tingle, my forehead tingle. I need this sunlight, and I got to go back inside. Dang, right now. But y'all be peace, because I'm happy for those of you who can speak up and do speak up. I just want you to be mindful of from what frequency you're speaking to where it impresses on the environment. And it can either affect others, inform others, or